Sitting up nice and tall, eyes closed, let your hands rest comfortably on your lap. Slowly begin to exhale your breath all the way out. Breathe in through your nostrils. Open mouth, exhale. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Inhale, stretch your arms up over your head. Take a deep breath in. Bring your hands together at your heart. Exhale, side out, let go. With your eyes closed, palms together. Take a few rounds of breath on your own, breathing in and out through just your nostrils. In through your nose and out through your nose. Each breath getting just a little bit deeper than the last breath you took. Can you also start to amplify the sound of the breath? You can hear the breath. You could also feel the breath as vibration, as heat, as energy. The breath is building, so the rhythmic sound of the breath is starting to fill the space around you. Sounds like you have your ear against the seashell. There's that audible oceanic sound filling the space, not just within you, but also around you. This is our Ujjayi breath, and we'll use this breath throughout the practice. So if your mind starts to drift or wander, or if you just get lost in the sometimes confusing movements, that's okay. You can always find comfort or sanctuary in your breath. This is the steady part of the practice. This is what connects us all together. The breath is the thing that no matter where you are in the practice, as long as you're still breathing, you're participating, you're still in it. In through your nose and out through your nose, breathing with intention. Let's set the intention for our practice today. In the universe, we experience and recognize a principle called pulsation or spanda. Spanda, think of it like spandex. It's like the expansion and contraction, it stretches and returns back. The spanda is pulsation. It's the principle that we see in the universe around us. So the universe expands infinitely, and within the universe, planets die, stars fade. There's contraction and expansion there. Within our own bodies, our cells divide and some of them die. We get food into the system, we break it down, it convert it to energy and expelled outward. So there's this constant flow of expansion and contraction, of pulsation within us. When we recognize that pulsation, when we see it and we accept it, we recognize it as an agent of change or of growth. And we can then start to utilize it to our benefit so that we can grow, we can change, not being left behind. in today's practice, recognizing the infinite amount of ways to create pulsation or spanda in our practice, and harnessing that energy to create change. Hands together at your heart, exhale your breath all the way out. Inhale for Om. Blink your eyes open. Let's come on to our hands and knees. Thanks again for being here. So when you start to train your eye to recognize spanda or pulsation, you see it everywhere, at least I do, right? So it's in the rhythm of the heart beating, the flow of the breath, the way the blood pumps through the body, the way you think about things. You create a thought, you hold on to that thought, the thought goes away and dissolves, and then eventually you have the thought again, and so you're constantly pulsing in and out of thought. We even see it in trends, let's say like clothing trends, right? Clothes that were styles popular in the 90s come back again in the 2000s or 2020s or whatever it is. So you see, if you open your mind to it, that pulsation is just part of the fabric of the universe. Spread your fingers wide, lean forward into your hands, please. Lift your palms up and lower the palms down, maybe even pulsating, palms up and palms down. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the palms down. Press to the inner edge of the hand, pointer finger knuckle, inner edge of the wrist. Press to the outer edge of your hand, pinky finger knuckle, outer edge of your wrist. Feel these. We're going to label these the 4 corners of the hands. Push down into the 4 corners of the hands and hug your forearms in towards each other. Just energizing the hands a lot here. Now grip the mat with your finger pads as if you were trying to scrunch up the mat underneath your fingers and release it. Grip the mat with your finger pads and release it. Grip, release for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's keep it making the hands strong. Release the grip, lift up to your fingertips now. You're gonna lift the palms up, come onto your fingertips, lower the palms down. Lift the palms up, come up to your fingertips, lower the palms down. See if you can lean forward into it. Palms up and down 5. Palms up and down 4. Up 3, up 2, up 1. Hold it on the fingertips. Press the ground away. Grip the mat with your finger pads. Chin to your chest. Cat pose your spine. You're gonna round into your upper back. Tuck your tailbone, squeeze your glutes, and we'll kind of pulsate between flexion and extension. Inhale, cow pose your spine. Inner thighs spin back, broaden your hips. Lift into your chest. Look up if you can. Exhale, cat pose. Chin to chest. Tuck your tail round into your back. Go ahead and squeeze your glutes as you tuck under. Inhale, cow pose. Thighs back and heart lifted. Exhale, cat pose. Chin to chest, round into your back. Inhale, cow pose. Thighs back and heart lifted. Come back to a neutral spine, please, and turn your palms face up. Point your fingers in towards each other. So this time you're going to press up through the 4 corners of your hand. Pointer finger knuckle, inner edge of the wrist, pinky finger knuckle, outer edge of your wrist. It's like you're pushing the palms up towards the ceiling even as you press the hands down into the ground. Rock it out side to side. So you're still pressing the hands down. You're still putting weight into the back of your hands. And the palms are facing up. Push up through your palms, creating a nice active stretch in the hands here. These stretches are hoping to help not just make the hands and the wrists more open, but also ready to receive our weight, getting stronger. Going for 3, rock a little bit more if you can. 2, push up through the palms, down to the back of the hands. And 1, let's turn the palms face down now, please. Point your fingers back towards your thighs. Palms down, rock forward, lean into your hands, cat pose into your spine. Chin to your chest, shift your weight forward, go past your wrists. Inhale, cow pose your spine. Move your hips to your heels, lift into your chest. Go ahead and sit back far enough that your palms lift slightly so you can continue to stretch your forearms. Press to your palms and exhale, rock forward, cat pose with the breath. Inhale, rock back, cow pose, hips to heels. Exhale, rock back, cat pose, chin to chest. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, rock back, cow pose, hips to heels, press through the palms. So good, my friends. All right, let's walk the hands right alongside the ankles. You can choose a number of different options here. Just sitting here with knees in flexion might feel good, or lean back, one knee at a time might come up. Already my toes are crack-a-lacking, or both knees might come up at the same time. Hug their inner ankles in. Maybe it's a little lift. Maybe you're taking it all the way up to your toes. There shouldn't be pain here. You should be able to hold this stably. Hug your inner ankles in. You are maybe feeling a little bit of discomfort in the stretch, but usually we can acknowledge discomfort, hold on to it. It's a useful tool for stimulating growth within ourselves. Lower your knees back down to the ground and come back onto our hands and knees, please. Please stretch your left arm out to your left. Reach out through your fingertips. Thread your left arm underneath you and lower all the way down onto your left shoulder. Walk your right fingertips forward. Tack your right hip back. Hug your thigh, squeeze your thighs together energetically. So they don't need to touch, but you're just kind of squeezing the midline. Spin your inner thighs back to broaden your hips. Keep that, draw your navel in and twist. Look up underneath your right armpit. So your legs are fairly active here. Squeezing thighs together, spinning thighs back. Right hip pulls back. Get long through your right side body. Breathe in. Reach to your left fingertips and look up. Twist. Bring your right hand back down in front of your nose, please. And press down to the right hand. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Step your left foot back behind you. Big stretch with your left fingertips up and over your head. Inhale, look up, reach back. Well, it feels good. Exhale, step your left foot to the top of the mat, please. And place your left hand down inside your left ankle. Look forward, rock forward, and lunge. Stretch through your chest, stretch through your legs. Straighten your left leg, flex your toes, move your hips back. Inhale, rock forward and lunge. Stretch through your legs, stretch through your heart. Exhale, shift your hips back, flex your toes, please. Don't worry if the leg isn't going all the way straight. Can you instead flex the thigh muscle, your quadricep, flex your quads. Inhale, rock forward, lunge, scissor thighs together and stretch through your legs. Exhale, shift the hips back, flex your quadriceps, pull your hips back. This time as you lunge forward, please pick up your back knee. Inhale, lunge, pick up the back knee. Exhale, straighten the front leg, flex the toes, keep the back knee lifted. Press through your hands, inhale, sweep your left leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. Left leg reaches up and back, please. We're gonna take the left knee to the left shoulder, rock forward, tap the arm, press the ground away, round into the back body, left knee taps the left shoulder, extend your left leg back up to the sky. Exhale again, rock forward, left knee taps the left shoulder, press the ground away. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. One more time, exhale, left knee taps your left shoulder. Hold it here, stay in your plank pose, re-extend your left leg out. Maybe you come up onto your right fingertips. You can always bring your right knee down for support. Maybe your right arm reaches forward and you lift. For 3, 2, 1. Both hands down, both feet down, lower. Chaturanga. Point your toes, pull your heart forward, cobra pose. Press your feet down, take it back, downward facing dog. All right, now we're waking up. Good morning, everybody. Lower your knees back down to the ground. Reach your right arm out to the right. Inhale. Thread the right arm underneath you and exhale, twist. Come down onto the back of your right shoulder. Walk your left fingertips forward, please. Reach out to your right hand. Roll back to your left shoulder and breathe. Remember to make your legs active. Tone your thighs, squeeze thighs together. Spin inner thighs back and broaden your hips. Twist. Reach through your right fingertips, look underneath your left arm. Bring your left hand back down and open your right arm up to the sky, please. Reach up. Step your right foot back. Reach your right arm over your head. Lean back, look up, big breath in. Right foot steps to the top of the mat, please. Place your right hand down inside your right ankle. Look forward, rock forward, lunge. Scissor your thighs, press to your feet. Right leg extends, flex your toes, pull your hips back. Inhale, rock forward and lunge. Flex your quads, scissor your thighs, pull your heart forward. Keep quads flexed. Exhale, flex toes, pull hips back. Don't worry if the leg isn't all the way extended. Engage the muscles. Inhale, rock forward, lunge. Exhale, shift back and extend. Rock forward, lunge. Pick up your back knee. Press down through your hands. Straighten your front leg. Exhale. Keep pushing through your hands. Take your right leg to the sky. Big breath in, three-legged dog. Right knee, right shoulder, rock forward, tap the arm, lean forward, knee to the arm, rock into it. Inhale, right leg goes back to the sky. Exhale, rock forward, lean into it, knee to the arm, lean into it. Inhale, take it up and back. One more time, exhale, rock forward, right knee, right arm, lean forward. Hold it, stretch your right leg back, keep it lifted in plank pose. Maybe you come onto your left fingertips. You can always bring your left knee down for support. You want to reach your left arm forward for even more balance you can for 3. Try to square up your hips. 2. Lift everything up. 1. Hands down, feet down, lower. Chaturanga. Nice job, everybody. Cobra pose. Downward facing dog. All right. Couple of breaths here. Spread your fingers wide. Press the ground away from you. Pull your navel in, lift your hips up. Spin your thighs back and press your heels down. Breathe. In through your nose, out through your nose. Inhale, lift up to your tiptoes, please. Bend your knees, look forward, and either step or hop your feet forward, forward, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Please lengthen your spine. Just stretch the bottom of your heart forward and spin your inner thighs back. Really long extension into the side body. Exhale, forward fold, nose to knees. Push down into your feet, please. Stand all the way up. Reach your arms to the sky. Cactus the arms. Exhale, curl back. Lift your chest up. Press your feet down. Chair pose. Inhale, reach the arms up and sit your hips back. Stretch up through your fingertips. Get nice and low into your seats. Forward fold. Exhale, nose to your knees, please. Inhale to lift up halfway. Lengthen your spine. Plant the hands and either step or hop back to chaturanga, please. Remember, if you hop back, you want to land with elbows bent already in the bottom of your push-up. Upward dog or cobra pose. Downward facing dog. Take it back. Inhale, lift up to your tiptoes, please. Bend your knees, look forward, lightly step or hop the feet forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold it. Rise to standing, reach your arms up. Cactus your arms, exhale, curl back, lift into your chest. Chair pose, inhale, get a little bit deeper this time. Shins hugging, thighs spin down, arms extend all the way out. Feel your elbows locking out. Good to extend out more through your elbows. Yes, exhale, forward fold, nose to knees. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen. Plant the hands, take it back, please. Chaturanga, step or hop back. If you're hopping back, make sure you land with bent elbows. Already in the bottom of your push-up. Cobra pose. Downward facing dog. Let's remind ourselves to keep our legs active through our vinyasa. Inhale, lift up to our toes. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop forward, full. Inhale, lift up halfway, keeping legs active. Hug your shins in, flex your quads, spin your inner thighs back. Pull your heart forward and fold, keep the length. Inhale, rise up, arms to the sky. Practice the arms, exhale, legs are active, quads are flexed, glutes engaged, chest is lifted. Chair pose, inhale, sit your hips back. Hug your shins in, spin your thighs down. Squeeze your glutes, get really low, everyone lower. Good, Madhu. Exhale, forward fold, nice hand. Inhale, lift up, halfway, lengthen. Plant the hands. We're gonna take this one slow. Step or hop back, meeting in the bottom of the push-up. Remember, if you jump back, Pasquale, land with bent elbows, already in the bottom of your push-up. Hold it. Bottom of the push-up, hold it. 3. Good, Colleen. Lower a little bit, lift your head. 2. And then lower all the way down. 1. Point your toes, stretch your toes back, press your feet down. Everyone spin the pinky toenail down into the ground. Pinky toenails spin down into the mat. And now lift your inner thighs up to the ceiling more. So you're spiraling your pinky toes down. You're gonna flex your quads, squeeze the tops of your thighs towards each other, spiral the inner thighs up towards the ceiling. All right, don't lose that. Pin your elbows in, pull your heart forward, stay low for this first one, cobra pose. Legs are remaining active, pinky toenails spin down, inner thighs lift, pull forward, cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down. Now, make sure you're not just pushing up to straight arms, but instead you're getting longer. Keeping the elbows bent. Again, press into your pinky toenails. Lift into your inner thighs. Pull forward, cobra pose. It feels like you're trying to slide yourself forward on the mat, not push yourself up off of the mat. Good. Pasquale, we'll get lower and bend your elbows. Cobra pose, inhale. Exhale, lower down, all the way down. So one more time of cobra pose. Stretch your toes back, press your feet down. Press into the tops of your ankles, lift into the insides of your thighs. You're broadening your low back. Keep that. Legs are really active pressing down. Those are your anchors. Pull forward, cobra pose. Get longer. Rather than pushing yourself up, try to slide yourself forward. Pull your hips to your thumbs. Pull your heart towards the top of the mat. Shoulders drop back. Lower down, exhale. Reach your left arm out to the left, please. Roll over to your left side and step your right foot to the ground behind you. Reach back with your right hand if you can and grab a hold of your right foot. Gently kick the foot into the hand. Slowly unwind, come back onto your stomach. Reach your right arm out to the right, please. Same thing, going to the other side. Roll to your right, step your left foot to the ground behind you. If you want to reach back with your left hand and grab your left foot, you can. Kick the foot into your hand. Press the hips forward and reach the toes back if you're holding onto the foot. 3, 2, and 1. And back to your stomach. Okay, so in our vinyasa, because we do it so often, our awareness, let's call it pulsating, can pulsate between being really intentional or kind of being hurried and getting through the action. Let's come back to that back bend again, cobra pose. This time we're going to do one cobra pose and an upward dog after it. So the difference is cobra is most of our body's on the ground. In upward dog, none of our body is on the ground except for our hands and our feet. Either way, we're not pushing, we're pulling our chest forward, pulling our heart through. Hands next to your ribs. Barbara, walk your hands back a little bit more so that your elbows are pointing up to the ceiling. I would say a little bit more. Yeah, good. Elbows in, feet pressed down. Press into your pinky toenails, lift into your inner thighs. Cobra pose, pull forward and not push up. Elbows in, heart forward, get longer, as if you were trying to slide forward on the mat. Exhale, lower your belly back down. Great. Now we'll take it to upward dog. In this variation, if you can, your thighs will lift up off the ground. Even though you're lifting up higher, you're still pulling forward, making sure we're not just pushing to straight arms, but pulling forward to a back bend. Feet press down, inner thighs lift. Pull your heart forward, cobra pose. Then keep pulling your hips forward until your thighs lift up, upward facing dog. Drop your shoulders, lift your chest, downward facing dog. Push the ground away from you, draw your low belly in, hips up to the sky. For that upward facing dog, you're bringing your hips forward towards your wrist as much as you can, please. Look forward to your thumbs. Bend your knees a little bit. From here, we're going straight into our chaturanga. Big breath in. Rock forward, elbows to ribs, chaturanga. Point the toes, press the tops of the feet down. Flex the quads, lift your hips. Pull your heart forward, upward facing dog. Press your feet down. Pull your hips towards your wrists. Pull your hips forward and lift your chest up. Downward facing dog. Now, my recommendation is almost always going to be cobra pose. It's a safer pose. It's a better chance to build more spinal mobility safely. So if you feel like the urge to do the upward dog, that's fine. But now you hopefully have some power and knowledge to get you there. Inhale, lift up to your toes. A little bit of a detour today. Bend your knees, look forward. Let's take the feet wider than the hands, coming forward to a squat position. Step or hop the feet wider than the hands. Lower your hips. Squeeze your heels together. Draw your thighs to your hips. Press from your hips out to your knees and up into your chest. See how much extension you can get into your spine here. We're gonna do this 5 times. Hands down, hips up, forward fold, push into your feet, squeeze your glutes and extend through your legs. Inhale, squat. Bend your knees, lift your chest. Exhale, fold, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, press the ground away. Inhale, squat. 3 more times. Exhale, forward fold, lift your hips up, press the feet down. Inhale, squat, lift your chest up and press the feet down. Exhale and squat, press the feet. Inhale and squat. I think I said squat twice, but everyone did the right thing anyways. And this time, exhale, fold. Lift your hips up, pull your butt to the sky. Inhale and squat. Bend your knees, sit low. Bring your hands to your heart, stand up, exhale. Reach your arms to the sky, reach back, inhale. Oh, yeah. Exhale, rebend your knees, hands to your heart, elbows to your thighs. So you're not going quite as low. Your feet are still wide, heels in, toes out, still in that squat shape. Place the hands down on the ground, step your right foot way back behind you. Right foot steps back. Rock forward and lunge here, making the back leg really strong. Inner right thigh lifts, outer left hip wraps under. From the center of your hips, push out through your feet and pull forward through your chest. So even the way we engage within a pose, there's pulsation. Inner right thigh lifts is expansion. Outer left hip wraps under is contraction. From the center of the hips, press out through the feet, expand. Even within the pose, there's that modulated pulsation. And once we can recognize that and harness it, we can start to become more in control of the change we want to create in the pose. All right, big breath in, look forward and lunge. Exhale, turning to your right side, Skandasana. Right knee bends, left leg extends. Squeeze your heels together. Draw your thighs to your hips. Move your hips back and lift your chest up. Try to keep your chest lifted, your spine long as you sit down and down. Breathe. Working on lifting through the pelvic floor here. Squeeze heels together, squeeze thighs to hips. Working Mula Bandha, a little bit of core work. Hands come down to the ground. Walk your hands to the top of the mat, side angle pose. Left hand down inside your left ankle. Reach your right arm forward. Big breath in, stretch to your right fingertips. Now listen carefully. Walk your left fingertips forward so that your left knee is inside of your left armpit, please. Reach forward to your right fingertips like you're shaking someone's hand. Lean back a little bit. Inner right thigh spins back. Lift the back of your right thigh up. Expansion. Contraction, wrap your outer left hip back and underneath you. These forces work together to create balance, to create change. In the center of your hips, press out through your feet. Lunge a little bit deeper. Rise all the way up, reverse warrior. Inhale. Take your left arm up to the sky, reach up, stretch back, straighten your front leg. Very good. Exhale, turn your toes in, turn your left toes in. Interlace your hands behind your back and wide-legged fold. Drop your head towards the ground. Breathe here. In through your nose, out through your nose. Palms are squeezing together. Legs remain active, working that sense of pulsation. Inner thighs spin back. Squeeze the glutes and push down into your feet. Stretch out through your chest, working the crown of your head towards the ground. One more breath here. Very nice, my friends. Place the hands back down to the ground. Inhale, lift up halfway. Turn your left toes forward and spin your right knee down to the ground. Take both arms up, Anjaneyasana, kneeling lunge. Stretch up. Reach back to your fingertips. Release the hands down, side plank to the right side. Left arm goes up, left foot steps back. Press down through your right hand, please. Glutes engaged. Very nice. Good. Keep lifting your left leg up. Hover it for 3, 2, and 1. Place the left hand down. Lower chaturanga. Cobra pose. Inhale. Shoulders back, elbows in. Good, Pasquale. Elbows in. Stay low. Don't push up. Pull forward. Pull forward. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, lift up to your tiptoes, please. Bend your knees, look forward. The feet are going to come wider than the hands. Hop forward to a squat. This time, if you want to try to make this a little bit harder, you can grab a hold of your big toes. It's going to make the stretch a lot deeper. If that doesn't sound like something you want, just place the hands down. We're going to do the same forward fold to squat action. Exhale, forward fold, pull up on your big toes and pull yourself deeper into your fold. Inhale, squat, bend your knees, pull up on your big toes, lift into your chest. Exhale, fold. Pull up onto your big toes as you fold in. Flex your quads. Inhale, squat. Drop your hips, lift your chest. Exhale, fold. Flex your thigh muscles. Pull yourself down. Quads flex. Inhale, squat. So we're kind of creating a pulsation between these two shapes. Exhale and fold. Inhale and squat. One more time, exhale and fold, pull up on the big toe. Inhale and squat. Bring your hands to your heart, stand up, exhale. Reach your arms to the sky, stretch back, breathe in. Bring your hands to your heart, bring your elbows to your thighs. Place your hands right down on the ground between your feet. Step your left foot way back. Both hands inside the right ankle, lizard lunge. Make sure your right knee isn't pushing past your right ankle, but hovers right over the right ankle. Think about the knee, shin, and ankle nicely stacked. Hold it here, please. Lift your inner left thigh. Wrap your right hip underneath you a little bit more. And now from the center of your hips, press out and down into your feet. Pull forward into your chest. Keep the back leg strong and lifted. Hold it, inhale. Get longer and extend more through the exhale. Inhale. Turn to your left side, Skandasana. Exhale, left knee bends, right leg extends. Heels squeeze together. What we want to find here is a lot of work through that pelvic floor lifting. That's what those squats to forward folds we're doing, giving us engagement and tilting of the pelvis. So now we want to engage that lifting of the pelvic floor. Flex your quads, squeeze your heels together, draw your thighs and your hips, scissor your thighs together. Keep squeezing in and you'll feel a little lift through the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Keep that. Lift into your heart, extend through your spine. Now stay nice and low, come forward, side angle pose. Right hand down inside the right ankle, left arm reaches forward out in front of you. Your thumb is higher, pinky fingers down, like you're karate chopping in the air, like you're about to shake someone's hand. Walk your right fingertips forward, bring your right knee to your right armpit, please. Spin your inner left thigh back, lift the back of your left thigh, expand. Wrap your outer right hip underneath you, contract. Squeeze into the left glute. From the center of your hips, push down into your feet, stretch through your legs, expand, breathe, hold it. Keep the breath flowing, another pulsation through the breath, inhale and exhale. Push down into your feet, inhale, rise up, reverse warrior. I'm gonna wrap my left arm behind my back, press through the right foot, extend through the right leg, reach the right arm up. Turn to face the long edge of the mat, right toes turn in, interlace your fingers behind your back. Big toes turned in, squeeze your palms together, lift into your chest. Big toes turned in, exhale, fold in, dropping the crown of your head towards the ground. Make sure your legs are active, flex your thigh muscles. Squeeze your heels together energetically. Spin your inner thighs back. Lightly engage the glutes and push down into your feet. Stretch out through your chest, the crown of the head, to or towards the ground. Make sure your palms are together all the way. Knuckles up and over your head. One more breath. Imagine your knuckles are going to touch the ground over your head. Inhale, hands down, lift up halfway. Turn your right toes forward, spin your left knee down, exhale, and rise, Anjaneyasana. Big breath in, stretch back. Nice calling side plank pose to your left side. Left hand down, right arm to the sky. Step your right foot to your left foot. Hover the right leg if you can. Good calling, roll your right hip a little bit more forward. Stack your hips more. Yes, find those obliques. Nice Catlin, and a left shoulder rolls back a little more, bottom arm. That's it. Stretch the crown of your head forward, everybody. Beautiful. Both hands down, lower, please. Chaturanga. Cobra pose, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, lift up to your toes, please. Bend your knees, look forward, let the feet land just behind the wrists, so not quite as wide. Feet just behind the wrists. We're still in a wider stance. Bend your knees, get as low as you can into a squat with your feet this wide apart. So I know if you take them wider, you can get lower. It's okay, you don't have to get super low. Just working this range of motion. Lean forward into your hands, lift your hips up, forward fold, and then lower your hips right back down into that squat. Lean forward into your hands, lift your hips up, forward fold, lower the hips down. One more time, hips up, and hips down. This time lower your butt all the way down to the ground. Boat pose, lift your feet up. Squeeze your thighs together, please. All right, here we go. Ardha Navasana. It's like you're lying down, but your legs and shoulders will stay lifted. Lie back, legs up, shoulders up. Inhale. As you come up, exhale, bring your elbows and knees to touch. Come up, exhale, elbows and knees touch. Inhale, take it back, Ardha Navasana. Exhale, come up, elbows and knees tap. Squeeze your thighs into your elbows. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbows and knees tap. Two more, my friends. Inhale, extend. Make sure you're coming all the way up to seated again. Exhale, come all the way up to seated. Bring your elbows and knees to touch so that you're not on your back doing crunches, but up in a boat pose, seated tall. Inhale, take it back, Ardha Navasana. This is our last one. Squeeze your thighs together. And then come all the way back up to seated, feet lifted, elbows to knees, tap. Very good. Place your hands down, reach your arms forward, come back up to chair pose. Place your hands down, forward fold. Step your right foot back behind you, please. Lower your right knee down to the ground. Sweep your left arm back. Grab a hold of your right foot, please. Just give it a nice little squeeze. Squeezing heel to bum. Right shoulder rolls back. Good, Catlin. Roll the right shoulder back more. That's it. Now open your heart, lean back, pull forward, and roll your left shoulder back more. Yes, so good. Good, Daryl. Joanna, roll your right shoulder back more. Bottom arm. Yeah, now pull your heart forward, lean back, away from your thigh. Release the back foot. Turn to your right side, Skandasana. Right knee bends, left leg extends. Get really low here. Drop your butt. Maybe it taps the ground. Pick your hips up. Come forward, side angle pose. Left hand goes forward so that your left knee comes to your left armpit. Right arm reaches forward. Spin your right thigh back. Lift the back of your right thigh. Wrap your left hip under. Squeeze your glutes. Press to your feet. Maybe the left arm reaches forward as well. And you kind of hover. One more breath. Inhale, rise up. Reverse warrior, please. Left arm reaches up. Straighten your left leg. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Turn your left toes in. Wide-legged fold. Squeeze your palms together. Press down into your feet. Stretch the knuckles up and over your head. Press down into your feet. Spin your inner thighs back. Stretch the crown of your head towards the ground. All right, options. Slide your hands to your low back. Slide your hands down to your feet. Grab your big toes. Pull yourself down. Work the crown of your head down. Bigger stretch. You can stay right here, or if you want to practice a headstand, we'll try headstand here. Okay, I'll walk my heels back so that they're at the edge of the mat. You can stay in the wide-legged fold. Hands come to the center of the mat. Head comes down past the fingers so that I can see all 10 fingers in my vision. Lift up to your tiptoes and lift the legs up if you can. Maybe just bring your knees to the backs of your arms. When I first started doing yoga, this is the trend in yoga, was to include the headstands in the flow of the practice in this pose. It was just one of the trends, at least in the area that I was practicing in. And so I'm trying to get that resurgence of trend, the pulsation of the trend as it comes back in, getting into this headstand from our Prasarita Padottanasana. Slowly lower down. If you're up, take the legs wide. Keep the legs active, everyone. Quads flex, thighs back, press to the feet. Everyone lift up to your fingertips, lengthen. Turning to your right side, to your left side, Anjaneyasana, right knee down, both arms up. Exhale, side plank to wild thing. Right hand coming down, left arm lifts up. Step your left foot back behind you. Wild thing, press to your feet, reach to your fingertips. Let's come back around to plank pose. Lower the hands down. Lower chaturanga. Pull forward instead of pushing up. Feet pressed down, legs are active. Pull yourself forward. Drag yourself forward. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up to your toes, please. Bend your knees, look forward. The feet will land just behind the wrist. Hop or step forward. Lower your hips. Maybe you grab your big toes this time. Lift your hips up. Bend your knees. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Don't have to go very low. Inhale, pull up on your big toe. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, squat, lower your hips. Sit all the way down, boat pose. Lift your feet up. All right, same thing. Lower back, Ardha Navasana. Squeeze your legs together. Now listen carefully. We're gonna come back up, elbows to knees. Elbows to knees, come up. Press your elbows into your knees. Lift your knees into your elbows until you feel your abdominal muscles working. Inhale, take it back. Bring your thighs to your ribs. Exhale, curl up. Elbows to knees and press. Inhale, take it back, Ardha Navasana. Exhale, pick it up, elbows to knees and press. Inhale, take it back, Ardha Navasana. Good, Fatima, take it back. Exhale, pick it up, elbows to knees, press. One more time. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, pick it up and press. Elbows into knees, knees into elbows. Place the hands down, come up, chair pose. Reach forward, squeeze your thighs together as you come up. Place the hands down, step your left foot way back. Lower your left knee down, reach the right arm up and back, grab your left foot. Couple of elements here. There's a quadricep stretch, a deep lunge, and a twist. Right hand to left foot, and you're twisting. Roll the left shoulder back, roll your right shoulder back. Now, from the center of your hips, push down into your feet to deepen your lunge. Pull forward into your heart to expand and twist. Release the back foot, please. Turn to your left, Standasana. Working that pelvic floor lift, Mula Bandha. Squeeze your heels together, drop the eyes to hips. You should feel as though you're sitting over a hot flame and lifting yourself up away from it, right? Get that sense of lift here, even as you start to lower your bum to tap the ground with resistance. Good, Joanna. Pick it up, side angle pose. Take your right hand forward of your right foot, right knee to right armpit. Sweep your left arm forward, deep bend into your right knee lunge. Inner left thigh spins back. Lift the back of the left thigh. Outer right hip wraps under, squeeze into your glutes. Good, Zach, good. Keep turning your thumb up like you're about to shake someone's hand. Press down into your feet. Stretch out to your fingertips. Maybe the right arm reaches forward as well. Like you're holding a beach ball between your hands and trying to pass it off to the person next to you. Good, Anna, but lean your left ribcage back more. Keep leaning back. Yes. Very nice, everyone. Rise up. Reverse warrior. Right arm reaches up. Right arm stretches back. Turn your right toes in. Interlace the hands last time. Behind the back, fold it in. Work the crown of the head towards the ground. Palms squeeze together. Extend through your side body. Head towards the ground. To the ground if you can. We'll bring the hands to the low back and slide the hands down. Once again, grab your feet or big toes, pull yourself in and hold it. Or option, another headstand. We'll do headstand feet. Interlace the hands, elbows and forearms come down. Place the back of the head inside the interlaced fingers. Elbows are under the shoulders and not wide. From there, you'll rock forward, tilting your hips forward over your shoulders, just like we did in those squats. To fold, you're tilting the hips up, flexing the quads. Same action, and lifting through the pelvic floor. Maybe your feet will come up. You can also lift like one foot at a time. You could play around with just rocking up to your toes and down into your heels. Up to your toes, down into your heels. All right, this is a nice pulsation in the practice. Ride the wave of that pulsation so that you give yourself the chance to grow, to learn, to expand. Push down into your forearms. Press up to your feet. When you're ready, come down. We'll finish our flow here. Inhale, lift up halfway. Turn into your right side, Anjaneyasana. Lower your left knee down. Take the arms up. Stretch back to your fingertips. Side plank to wild thing. Left hand down, right arm to the sky. Step your right foot back. Wild thing. Press to your feet, lift to your hips. Reach to your fingertips, open your heart. Try to touch the ground over your head. Get a little back bend here. Come back around, please. Plank pose. Last time, vinyasa. Lower chaturanga. Cobra pose. Get longer, pull forward. Downward facing dog. Take it back. All right, lift up to your toes. Hop your feet behind your hands. Ready? Place the hands down, spread your fingers wide. Lift your hips up to the height of your shoulders or higher. Come forward, crow pose. Knees come to the backs of the arms. Lean forward, rock forward. It's okay if the feet don't come off the ground, right? Remember to breathe and stay present. We're almost there. Now isn't the time we give up. Now is the time we push in, find even more perseverance, even more confidence in our strength and knowledge. Lean into your hands, pull your hips up for 3. Good, Colleen. 2. You've got it, friends. And 1, lower your feet down. Nice job. Sit back onto your heels. Roll out your wrists. Option 1 is to do the same thing again. Maybe take it into a headstand. Option 2, seated forward fold. Okay. Option 1, you can repeat your crow pose. Lean into your hands, spread your fingers wide. Maybe you lower your head down and press to the hands, lift to the hips, take it into your headstand. That's option 1. Option 2, come to seated and take a seated forward fold. All options, good, Barbara. All options being equal and great options. Find the path that serves you best. Do you need to pulsate towards expansion, towards reflection? Maybe you do something that differs from your normal path so that you have that chance to grow. Give yourself the opportunity to ride the wave of change that comes with harnessing of that pulsation. Barbara, so good. Breathe for 3. And 2. Nice, everyone. And 1. Wherever you are, let's come down onto our backs because we're going to finish good calling everything on our backs from here on out. Place your feet flat on the ground. Lift your hips up. Bridge pose. Easy bridge pose. If you want to support your hips with your hands, give yourself just a little bit of support you can. Some of you have blocks and you're welcome to use those blocks underneath your low back. If you wanted to go a little bit deeper today, you can take it up to upward facing bow. Hands right alongside your ears, about shoulder width apart. Inhale to press up. Upward bow or bridge pose. Good, Britta. Shins in and thighs down, everybody. Lift into your outer hips, please. Lengthen through your low back a little bit more. And press the ground away. Nice, Callan. For 3, 2, good, Taylor. And nice join at 1. Lower yourself down wherever you are. We'll do 1 more back bend today. You can stick with bridge or stick with upward bow or switch it up and do something different. Your choice. When you're ready, inhale, pick it up. Last time, bridge or upward facing bow. Wherever you are, hug your shins in. Spin your inner thighs down. Lift into your outer hips, please. Pressing through your feet, pressing through your hands if you're up, or pressing to the back of your head if you're down. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower it down. So good, my friends. Windshield wiper your knees side to side, please. Knees to the left, knees to the right a few times. The next time the knees go to the left, we'll let them stay there. Legs are staggered so that your right knee is at the left foot. From there, you're gonna roll over to your left side and come up onto your forearms, turning your belly down to the ground, facing the back of your mat. Barbara, stagger your legs so you're in a twist. Go ahead and go back to your back for a second. Place your feet, there you go. Now roll to your left, yes. And keep that right leg back a little more. Very nice. Thread your right arm under your left arm for a breath and come down to your right shoulder. And let's press ourselves up and back down onto our back. Oh, look at that. Roll over to your right side. Legs are staggered, so your left knee is at your right foot. And then roll over to your left side, to your right side. Come up onto your forearms. Turn your belly down to the ground. There you go. And from there, you can slide your left arm under your right arm and lower down onto your left shoulder. Slowly coming up. And take it down onto your back. Let's bring the feet together, the knees apart, Baddha Konasana. All right, listen carefully. You're gonna place your right foot flat on the ground, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Last stretch here. Slide your left hand through your legs, grab your right leg. With your right hand, meet your left hand on your right shin. Head back, shoulders back, pull the leg into your chest, press your left leg away from you. Option to cradle your left leg in your arms instead. So I'll take my right arm around the bottom of the left foot, left arm around the outside of the left thigh. And in this variation, I could extend my right leg out. I don't have to hold on to it anymore. You find the option that serves you best. It's pretty targeted outer hip stretch. But depending on how you play it or how the variation you take, you might also start to feel leaning your glutes or your hip flexors. Let's say your right leg's extended. Kind of modify in a lot of ways. All right, let's switch to the other leg, please. Place your right foot down. Bring your left knee into your chest. Place your left foot down. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Right hand threads through the legs to grab the left leg. Left hand meets the right hand. You can stay here or cradle the right shin in the arms like a baby. Left arm around the bottom of the right foot as if you were standing on your bicep. Right arm around the outside of the right thigh. Hands clasp, head back, maybe left leg extend. Hold it here. It's okay, any combination of these actions, any variation is fine, as long as you're feeling that targeted stretch in your outer right hip and glute. If you're not feeling a stretch there, you can let me know and I'll help you get into one. But either one of those two options or somewhere in between should get you there pretty easily. You should have no troubles hopefully feeling it. If you do, again, let me know, we'll help you get there. Sometimes it's helpful if you kind of squeeze the midline a little bit. That'll give you more stretch in your outer right hip. Or try to work your shoulders down to the ground more if they're popping up, if your chin's tilted back. Maybe you work on bringing your shin closer to your chest and your chin. One more breath. Place your left foot back down on the ground. Hug your right knee into your chest. Place your right foot flat on the ground. Last pose together, happy baby. Bring your knees into your chest, grab your feet. This is our last pose together, but if you need any other stretches, you're welcome to take them. We did a lot of, in my mind, like deep stretches today within the flow of the pose, like lizard lunge and wide-legged fold, squats. From here, you might choose to extend your legs out, straight legs, Supta Upavishta Konasana. Press out with your feet. And when you're ready, release the heels down to the edges of the mat. Slide the arms out, Shavasana, my friends. Let's just take a few moments here to be still. Eyes closed, heart open. Deep breath. You start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll out your wrists and your ankles. Stretch out your arms, stretch out your legs. Take a deep breath in. And side out, let it go. Your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And from there, rock yourself up to seated. Hands together at your heart, eyes closed. Thank you so much for joining in today, for sharing in this practice, for sharing your breath, your energy, your effort and inspiration. Be aware of the pulsation in the universe that surrounds you. Once we can focus on it, once we can acknowledge it, we then have now the freedom to pulse with it, to move with the changes, to create the changes, rather than get left behind. Keep applying the efforts of your practice into your day-to-day experience, such as pulsation or spanda, so that you can continue to grow. Hopefully we continue to grow together. Exhale your breath all the way out. Inhale for Om. light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for practice. Thank you so much, everyone. Great job as always. Questions, comments, requests, or feedback, please feel free to reach out. Stephen Arcos Yoga on Facebook and Instagram. If you have the ability to give today through Venmo or PayPal, I greatly appreciate it. You can find me, Stephen Arcos Yoga, on Venmo or Stephen Arcos Yoga on PayPal. If you have questions about how to reach me or anything at all, email me, Stephen at Stephen Arcos Yoga. I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Be here tomorrow. Have a great day.